Good morning, children. Today we are going to study one poem, Ozymandias. It is written by Percy Bysshe Shelley. He was born in England. This poem is a patriarchal sonnet. The first 8 lines are octave and the next 6 lines are known as sestet. In this poem, the poet uses different poetic techniques like alliteration, imagery, and the dramatic devices of irony. In this poem, the poet talks about the pride and the might of the ruler. The sonnet is about the ruin of the statue of Ozymandias. But the poem ironically presents the great message about the short-lived power and might and popularity of the ruler. The king about whom we are talking about in this poem once upon a time enjoyed a lot of commanding power. Everyone respected him, but the time has brought it to decay. Even his statue is now reduced to dust. The sonnet is about the ruin of the statue of Ozymandias. Ozymandias was a Greek name for the ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Pharaoh is the king. Okay. Now, coming to the poem, I'll read out the lines for you. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand. Children, in this story is narrated by a traveler who is traveling. Okay, the speaker of the poem once met a traveler. Okay, the traveler is traveling in an antique land. So the traveler was from a place with an ancient history. The traveler told him that while he was traveling through the desert, he saw a statue which was completely ruined. Okay, ruin means destroyed. Half sunk, shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of gold command tell that it is sculpture well those passion rape. Now, the traveler told the narrator that he saw 2 huge stone legs of a statue in the middle of the desert. Trunkless. The word trunkless here suggests that the legs were standing there without the upper body. Only the leg was seen. The upper body was completely destroyed. The desert indicates that it was ancient Egypt. Near the standing legs, he also came across the broken head. The word visage. Visage means face, but here the poet uses this word visage as head of the statue that was partially buried in the sand. Visage means face, as I already told you. The shattered head denotes that the whole statue is destroyed. But we all know that it is the natural process that everything comes to decay with time. And this is what the king has forgot. The king thought that this statue is going to remain always, and everyone who is traveling to that particular area will come to know about his pride, about his might, okay, about his popularity. But with time, everything gets destroyed. He forgot. Okay. Whose furrow and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it is sculpture well those passion red, which yet survive stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. The traveler goes on to describe about the face of the statue lying on the sand, the expression that the face had. The expression was still alive, visible, of the mighty ruler Ozymandias. He has used the word frown wrinkled up, and the sneer of cold command, to give us an impression that the subject of the statue was an angry, commanding, and upset man. The traveler appreciates and admires the artist, the sculptor who has carved out that statue. The traveler says the sculptor understood the emotions very well of the king, and he has perfectly done his work. The man continues. The man means the traveler. The traveler continues. He describes. He praises the sculpture. The words "which yet survive" implies the immortality of the work of art that the sculptor or the artist has created. His creation is still alive. Hence, the hand and the heart yet survive through his masterpiece. Okay, it is through the work of the artist that the king Oximedes still survive. Moving ahead, and on the pedestal these names appear. My name is Oximedes, king of kings. Look on my works, a mighty and despair. Nothing besides remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sand stretches far away. Okay. Now again, the poem shifts to the statue, describing the statue. The traveler quotes the words which is written on the pedestal. On pedestal means the base of the statue. The inscription declares the name of the man. It is Oximedes. He also regards himself as king of kings. That means that Oximedes himself praises himself that he is the supreme. The Oximedes is giving a warning to the other kings and rulers not to hope for much greatness, as they can never cross his achievement. Okay, cross Oximedes' achievements. But his own statue is now grounded by the great force of nature. Here the word grounded, we mean that it is destroyed, it is half broken. Now the statue has turned into dust, because as the beginning we said that the nature, with the time, everything is destroyed. Again here comes the final words from the traveler. How there is nothing except those ruin and the sand all around the statue. The boundless and bare. By this word, the traveler means that the entire stretch of sand or the desert symbolizes the vastness of the time. As the time passes, nothing is stable. Everything changes. So the central theme of this poem is that our pride and might will eventually disappear. Everything will come to an end. But what remains immortal is the work of art. That is what the traveler appreciates, the art of the artist. Children, I will be uploading the notes. Go through it. Okay? And thank you.